I have about 50 cards. One has graduated already and is in review, and the rest are still in learning. And let's begin. Study now. Overnight. Overnight. That is water and white. Correct. Fathom. Water and rule. Pan. Water. Mediocre. Morning. That is mist. And night or moon. Yeah. Eternity. That is a drop of water. Petition. That is meadow. Middle and head. Rise up. Rise up is what is rise up? Oh shoot, I forgot rise up. What is rise up? Oh, sun and measuring box. Sun and measuring box. Again. In. Rise up. Sun and measuring box. Okay. Elbow. Elbow is what? It is part of body. I forgot. Part of the body and glue. Elbow grease. Elbow glue. Again. Source. Source is water and middle. Oneself. Nose. Rise up. Rise up, we said. Sun. Measuring box. River. Water. Can. Lively. Water. Tongue. Fortune telling. Wand. Mouth. But of course. Water. Teenager. Elbow, which is part of body and glue. A drop of just a drop. Measurement, which is mist. No, there's no. It's like shoot. Yeah. Peak. Water. Craft. 1000. Obey. That's a stream. Head. State. That's a river. Sorry, a stream with dots in between. Tongue. 1000 mouths. Meadow. That's cliff and spring. Icicle. That's a water drop, but with added dot. Above. Way. Lake. That's water. Old. Part of body. Walking stick. Olden times. It's like a film. Specialty. Specialty is like needle. Rice field. Blue. White. Drop of the sun. Stream. Divining rod. Grains of sand. Otter. View. Marsh. The water. Seduced. Soup. Water and 10 ingredients. Open sea. That's the water and you and extinguish. So water on spark. 100. That's 1 to the white U. Water is water. Spring. White. Water. Below. Measuring box. That's round. That's baseball with this. Tide is morning tide, which is morning. Morning water. Gland is part of flesh, part of body, and spring. Swim is water, eternity. Cleanse is water, lump. 2 is 2. Rise up is the sun, measuring box. Elbow is part of body with glue. Okay, so basically I have 94%. Sorry, I forgot 2 out of 49. Yeah. Was it 49? Yeah. So that's almost like a little below. It's around 95%. Yeah. Nothing more. Let's go back. To kanji. Discard. Come on. Discard. I don't need it. I can do save it. Study. This is Marsh. Olden times. Doctor. Spring. Round. Morning. Open sea. Rise up. Rise up. Tide. Eminent. But of course. Fathom. Obey. White. Mist. Cleanse. Eternity. Stream. Lively. Measuring box. River. Icicle. Above. State. Oneself. Divining rod. Petition. Elbow. Fortune telling. Lake. Gland. Extinguish. Grains of sand. In. Drop of. Soup. Specialty. Derision. Walking stick. Water. Swim. Measurement. 1000. Overnight. Below. Horizon. No. Water and source. Watercraft is creek. Meadow. Tongue. 100. Mediocre. Pan. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. Why has not this Hello? No, what's happening? Can I open a new one? Right here. And tell OBS to take the other one. Alright, let's add characters to lazy con. Choose. Yep. And bring the book. Okay, lesson 10. Of the several primitive elements that have to do with plants, grasses, we introduced two of the most common in this lesson: trees and flowers. In most cases, as we shall see, their presence in a strong position, in this case to the left and at the top respectively, helps give a meaning to the kanji. Where this is not the case, we shall do our best to make it so. Okay, first one is tree, and oops. So this is primitive. Hold on, there's something. Um. Ah, the mouse position is not good. Let me try. Actually, I think it has to do with add-ons. I remove frozen field, I believe. Let me disable this. Toggle enabled. Yeah, so it's disabled now. Let me restart that. Add. No. There's still doesn't align up. Okay, never mind. Choose. Okay. Here we see a pictograph of a tree showing the main trunk in the long vertical stroke and the boughs and the long horizontal stroke. Bows? Bows? It's like bows. Bow. A main branch of a tree. Oh, bows. Okay. And the bows in the long horizontal stroke. The final two strokes sweep down in both directions to indicate the roots, although it may look similar at first sight to the kanji for water. In order, yeah, no, they're completely different. Yeah. As a primitive, this kanji can mean tree or wood. When the last two strokes are detached from the trunk, we shall change its meaning to pole or wooden pole. Okay, so it's like this for regular tree. Oops. Regular tree. But if it's detached, like this, pole or wooden pole. Okay, good. Next, a grove. Learn this frame in connection with the next one. A grove is a small cluster of trees, hence the simple reduplication of the kanji for tree gives us grove. Okay. Makes sense. Ah. Okay, grove. Next one. A forest. A forest is a large expanse of trees or trees everywhere. To adopt the expression we used back in, yeah, okay. So it's a tree above and tree and tree. All right. Tree and square jewel. So this is Japanese Judas tree. Unless you are a botanist, you are not likely to know what a Japanese Judas tree look like. What a Japanese Judas tree looks like, and probably never even heard of it before. But the name is sufficiently odd to make remembering it easy. Using the primitives as our guide, we define it as a tree with ivy growing down its branches in the shape of a hangman rope. Okay. Tree and ivy. Okay. So we have a tree. And ivy. Soil on soil. That's Japanese Judas tree. Okay. Tree white is oak. The kanji calls to mind the famous myth of the golden boughs. As you may recall, what made the sacred oak in the forest of Diana the Huntress outside of Rome golden were the white berries of the mistletoe that grew in the branches of the tree. Yeah, white berries. Okay. When the light of the sun shone through them, they turned yellow, and the branch to which they clung appeared to be made of gold. If you don't know the story, take a break today and hunt it down in a dictionary of myth and fable. Even if you forget the kanji, which of course you won't, the story of the mistletoe and the fate it brought to Balder, the beautiful one, is Balder the beautiful one. You are sure to remember. Okay. Wait, Balder isn't Balder the Norse mythology? Why Diana the Huntress? Diana the Huntress. Diana is Artemis, isn't it? Isn't she? Okay, what has. Okay, never mind. Oak is tree white. But what does this have to do with oak? Sacred oak, okay. White. And tree. Tree and baseball bat and what's it called? Needle. So we have a frame. You might think of the frame this character refers to as the sort of frame we've created by drawing a dark line around this kanji and its explanation. Think of that line as made of very thin wood. Finally, note how each time the line bends, it forms a 90-degree angle, thus giving us 9 and 10. Okay. Frame is 3, wood, 9, and 10. 90 degree. Okay. Wood spark is 3 tops. As the days grow shorter and shorter, or so the another European myth goes, the fear grows that the sun will take its leave of us altogether, abandoning the world to total darkness. Fixing candles to the branches of evergreen trees, it was believed would lure the sun back, like things attracting like things. Okay, like things attracting like things. Whence the custom of the light tree that eventually found its way into our Christmas customs. The story is a lot longer and more complex than that, but it should help to fix the image of the climbing high into the treetops to fix candles on fix candles on treetops. So oops, tree and candle treetops. Shelf is tree companion. One often thinks of books as good companions, but here it is the shelf where we store them on that is the companion. The reason should be obvious. It is made of the same stuff, wood, and spends a lot more time with them than we do. Here again, be careful not to let the rationality of the explanation get in the way before you turn it into a proper story. Okay. Wood companion. Yeah, it's the shelf. Wood companion is the shelf where we store books. Okay. Apricot. Since apricots can be eaten just as they fall from trees, the picture this mouth agape at the bottom of a tree. Picture this mouth agape at the bottom of a tree, just as elements have it. Yeah, waiting for apricots to fall into it. Okay. Tree and mouth is apricot. All right. Since you probably don't know what a polovina, polovina, polovina. Since you probably don't know what a polovina tree is, we shall let the keyword suggest the phrase "the little brothers of Saint Polovina." It is a short step to associate the tree with the monks to its right, Saint Polovina. For the curious, the name of the original Oriental tree really comes from a Russian princess, Anna Pavlovna. Polovina. Okay, so it's a tree with monks. Polovina. Tree straight away is a plant. You have no doubt seen how people practicing the Japanese art of the bonsai tree, those helpless little saplings, and take those helpless little saplings and twist them into crippled dwarves before they have a chance to grow up as they should. The more proper way to plant a young tree and give it a fair shake of it in life is to set it into the earth, which way it can grow up straight and straight away. Oh, so this is to plant, not plant. Okay, not okay. Plant to plant. Okay, to plant is a tree. Fix a tree straight away. Tree straight away. Add. Tree strange is a chair. Instead of making chair out of wood from a tree, this kanji has us making the whole tree into a chair, which looks most strange sitting in your living room where the sofa used to be. Tree strange is chair. Wither. Tree old. Yeah. Oh, wither. What makes tree to begin to wither up and perhaps even die is kind of a arteriosclerosis that keeps its sap from flowering freely. Usually, this is due to simple old age, as the character shows us. Be sure to picture a wrinkled old tree withering away in a retirement center so that the common sense explanation does not take over. Okay. Ah, the common sense explanation does not take over. So we need to use the imaginary or imaginative memory. Old tree withering up. Crude. Crude is as all magicians who have possessed their apprenticeship know, One makes one's wand out of hazel branch and is careful not to alter the natural form of the wood. For the magic of the wand derives its power from the association with the hidden laws of nature, and needs therefore to be kept in its crude natural state. Yeah. So crude natural state crude is tree divining rod. Tree measure or tree glue is town. I think it's a village. I think it has been changed in the errata. Remembering the kanji first Kindle Fire Edition errata. Well, I don't need the Kindle Fire Edition. It's new. Errata. Yeah. Yep, it has been changed to village. Step lower. Any more changes? No, not in the keywords. Okay. The character for a village was associated with the rice field. Yeah. Okay. I think the whole thing was swapped. The character for village was associated with rice fields. No, the character for town was associated with rice fields. That for a village, a step lower on the evolutionary path to cities, um, shows a circle of trees glued together to measure off the confines of a town. Of a village, yeah. Confines of a village. Trees glued confines of a village. So tree and glue is the confines of a village. Add. Okay. How many have we added so far? So we've added 15 so far. Okay. Let's see how many till we have the grass. Okay, so we have 222 till 236, 222, to 236. So that is 14, 15. So 15 more. So in total would be, yeah, 30 kanji added. Sure. Let's continue. Okay, inter. Inter. The prefix inter stirs up association of cooperation among people. From there, we read of the elements 3, I. With only a slight leap of imagination, those two words call to mind the uh, scriptural proverb about first uh, taking the block of timber out of one's own eye before helping your neighbors remove the splinters in their eyes. What more useful rule for interhuman relationship, and what more useful tool for remembering this kanji? Okay, inter is 3i splinter, 3i. Okay, remove the, yeah, inter relationship. Add. Okay. 3 wind is desk. We need to fix imagination here on two things to learn this kanji. For desk, the wonderful rough wood of which it had been hewn, and the wind that blows across it. Hewn is a new verb to me. Hewn, hewn. Chop or cut. Okay. Hewn. And the wind that blows across it, sending your papers flying all over the room. These two elements, written in that order, dictate how to write the character. So a desk is, imagine a desk, so it's wood and wind blows across it. So that's yeah, wood and wind make a desk. Desk. Cool. Add. This is book, I believe. Yes. Recalling that books are made of paper and paper made of trees, one might think of a book as a slice of tree. Can you see the cross cut in the tree, in the trunk of a tree, pictured as a chainsaw cutting out a few books with which to start your own private library? Okay, so I have tree and cut it to make a book. Add tree and barbed or fish hook. We have tag. Okay, the tags you see hanging on trees in public places in Japan are helpful to identify what sorts of trees they are. Next time you see one, imagine the bit of wire that fixes the tag to the branch as a large fish hook. Really imagine it. Okay. Illogical as it is, and you will never have trouble with this kanji again. Okay. So it has to be imaginative, something unnatural. So a fish hook, yeah. Fish hook on a tree is a tag. doesn't it yeah, it cannot be a rational explanation, because a rational explanation um will make it easy to forget, because it's yeah. Calendar. Look at this character in reverse order. From the bottom up, first we see the primitive for days, an appropriate enough way to begin a calendar. Next we see a grove of trees growing under a cliff. The laws of nature being what they are, the trees would be stunned under such condition unless they were strong enough to keep growing upwards until they passed the layers of rock and soil right up to the surface. Now imagine that in those little boxes marking off the days on your wall calendar, you see that very process taking up step by step. 365 or so time lapse picture of the grove of trees each month from January under the cliff to December on top of the cliff. The story is not as complex as it sounds, particularly if you happen to have a calendar nearby and can flip through it with this image in mind. Okay, so calendar is a day, and trees, grove under a cliff. So cliff, trees, and the days go by. That's a calendar. Plan. Without much effort, the elements relax. Tree suggests a hammock between the two trees in your backyard. And you stretch out in it, hands folded behind your head, planning something or other. After all, it's something we all do from time to time. Kick up our legs on the nearest piece of furniture and daydream about the best plan of action to take. Be sure to relate the relaxation to the relaxation to the tree, so that you don't end up with something else in its place, like legs or desk or table. Yeah. So it's the hammock between trees. Yeah, tree hammock. Uh, so relax, tree, and dream of a plan. Relax. Oops. Relax and tree. Plan. Okay. Parch. Parchment made from animal skins, okay, was the most common form of writing material used until the beginning of the 19th century. When paper took over, a method was devised to make artificial parchment from wood pulp. The fire at the left and in the strong position reminds us of the root word parch, since nothing dries, puckers, wrinkles, and scorches quite like fire. And here we put it all together, take a sheet of paper, a wood good, wet it, and hold it uh, uh, over a hearth in your mind's eye. Now watch as it parches the paper, leaving it with strange and bumpy surface resembling parchment. Okay. Fire, parching, wood good. So imagination of fire, parching, wood good. Okay. Parch. Not yet. As the keyword suggests, this kanji has to do with something not quite over and done with. More concretely, it shows us a tree that is not yet fully grown. The extra short stroke in the upper branches show new branches spreading out, leaving one with the feeling that the tree has a way to go yet before it reaches maturity. In other words, the kanji conveys its meaning pictographically, um, playing on the earlier pictograph of the tree. Yeah. So it's a tree not yet fully grown. There's still some stuff branches. There are still branches growing. Yeah. All right. Now the other way around is extremity. Extremity. This character is best learned in connection with that of the previous frame. The first stroke shows a branch that is longer than the main branch, indicating that the tree has reached the extremity of its growth, so that its branches stop spreading and start drooping downwards. Be sure to keep this imagery in mind to avoid confusing the keyword with synonyms that will appear later. Okay. Extremity is tree with a branch overgrown. Okay. Obscure. Day not yet. Okay. Obscure. The most obscure ideas are those that the sun of reason has not yet dawned on. Be sure to give the sun a professional demeanor, to complete with spectacles and pipe. Okay. Sun has not dawned on. Yeah. Not yet. Obscure. Splash. The splash this kanji refers to is the dash of water against the rocks. Rocks with all the foam and spray that this creates. If you think of splash in this sense as a wave that has run its full course and reached its extremity, namely the seashore, and you think of it pictorially in your mind's eye. This is somewhat rare, but also easy to learn. Kanji is yours for good. Okay. So wave run its full course and reach its extremity and it splashes. So it's yeah. So wave uh reach the extremity. Okay. That's a splash. Mouth and mouth not yet. Okay, flavor. When a tree has not yet finished growing, it produces fruit with full flavor. When the official taster, the professional mouth to the left, determines the full flavor has been reached, the tree is pruned back so that it remains permanently not yet grown. A little neat agricultural trick and an easy way to see the sense of flavor hidden in this character. Okay, so when it's flavorful, it's pruned to be not growing. Okay, yeah. Younger sister, not yet a woman, is always a small kid. Yeah. The younger sister in the family is the woman in the family who, like the newest branch of a tree, is not old enough or mature enough to do everything the elder sister can do. Okay, so it's a woman, not yet though. The last two, vermilion, vermilion. The red-orange color we call vermilion is found in nature during the fall when the leaves lose their sugar and begin to change color. This kanji depicts the very last leaf on the tree on a tree in the fall. The drop hung in the first stroke. Okay. The leaf has not yet fallen as it one day must. Look at its color vermilion. Well, not really. The truth is, vermilion is made from a mercuric sulfide, but I'm sure you will agree that autumn leaves are a lot easier to work with. Okay, vermilion. So is a leaf not yet fallen off the tree. Okay, vermilion. The last one, tree vermilion or wood vermilion. Stalks. The stalks, bought and sold on the market by the tens of millions each day, get their name from a comparison to a healthy tree in which one takes stock in the hopes that it will grow and produce more trees like itself. Usually, good stocks are referred to as blue chip, but here we're asked to associate the keyword with the color vermilion, perhaps because one can assess the value of a tree from the color of its autumn leaves. Stocks, okay, assess the color from autumn leaves. Stocks, vermilion. Okay, next is the kanji for flower. So we added 30 so far. Is it the case that how many left? There is 237 till 249, I believe. Yeah, 13 left. Yeah, okay. Never mind. Let's close and practice. So we have added 30 and let's practice those. Discard. Okay. Rebuild. Study now. Flavor. Flavor is tree when the mouth decides it's not, yeah, fully grown. Yeah, prone to not fully grown. Good. Book is a tree chopped. Calendar, that is the grove of trees by the day growing under the cliff. Wither is a tree getting old, shrinking. Polovina. Polovina is tree monks. Saint Polovina. Tree monk. Tree monk. Oak is white tree. Tree white. Tree is tree. Parch is fire. Parching wood. Goods from wood. Stocks is tree. Vermilion tree and autumn leaves. Forest is three trees. Trees. Grove, just two trees. Plant. Plant is this is to plant, which is tree straight away. Tag. That's a tree and a fish hook where the tag is hanged. Apricot. Tree and a mouth under the tree waiting for the apricot to fall in. Vermilion is the color of the fall leaves. Plan. Plan is, well, tree and relax, right? So relax and tree. Relax planning. Obscure is the sun not yet dawned. Not yet dawned on the ideas. Frame is tree. Nine, 10. Not yet. Tree that hasn't grown its all branches yet. Shelf. Tree companion. Why? Because they spend more time with the books than us. Extremity. A tree that has overgrown. Inter. Health. Yeah. Tree with eye. Splinter in the eye. Younger sister. A woman. Not yet. Treetops. Where we place candles on the trees. Chair. That's a strange tree to be. Desk. That's a tree with wind blowing and scattering all the papers. Crude. The best way to make magic wand. Tree without pruning. Japanese Judas trees. That's a tree with ivy. Village. That's the trees that glue trees surrounding the village. Splash. Splash, that is a wave that is run its full course. Extremity. Book. Said that's a tree being cut off. Calendar. Oh, that's no. Calendar is two trees, a grove growing under the cliff by the day. Flavor. The mouth pruning back the tree to be not fully grown. Parch. Fire. Parching. Wood goods. Paulina. Paulowina. Paulowina is a tree. Saint Paulowina is two monks. Monks. Three monks. Tree is tree. Wither is tree withering old. Oak is sacred oak. Tree white. Grove is two trees. Plan. Relaxing under tree. Relaxing tree. Obscure. The sun has not dawned on it yet. Sun of rationality has not yet dawned. Idea. Apricot. Tree and a mouth waiting for the apricot. Stocks. It's a tree. Vermilion color. Plant. The plant is to stick a tree straight away. Tag is tree, and fish hook where the tag is hanged. Forest is trees, trees, trees everywhere. Extremity, branch overgrown. Shelf, well, it's a tree companion because they spend more time with the book. Not yet. Undergrown branch. Frame, it's a tree with a 9 and a 10 degrees. Vermilion, it's one leaf not yet fallen. Desk is wood and wind blowing across it, blowing off paper. Treetops, that's where we hang candles on trees. Treetops. Japanese Judas tree, it's a tree with ivy. Inter, that's a tree with eye. Help yourself with a splinter in your eyes before you help your neighbor. Chair, that's a strange tree. Using the whole tree as chair is strange. Village, trees glued together. Younger sister, that's a woman, not fully, not yet a woman. Yeah. Crude, that's a tree. Magic wand, best magic wand is from crude tree. Splash, that's a wave. Foran has run its full course and splashes. Okay. Let's do the opposite now. Okay. Extremity. That's oak. Japanese Judas trees. Tree. Village. Plant. Chair. Plan. Book. Vermilion. Grove. Forest. Apricot. Tag. Inter. Desk. Shelf. Porch. Wither. Frame. Stocks. Not yet. Flavor. Treetops. Younger sister. Splash. Calendar. Paulowina. Obscure. Crude. Village. Vermilion. Desk. Tag. Plan. Grove. Oak. Book. Stocks. Japanese Judas trees. Treetops. Frame. Flavor. Forest. Chair. Inter. Extremity. Shelf. Tree. Plant. Not yet. Porch. A younger sister. Wither. Splash. Apricot. Crude. Obscure. Calendar. Paulowina. Alright. That is half lesson 10. I'll do the rest of lesson 10 in the evening. Yeah. Alright.